thoroughly entertaining first half out at the Addis Ababa Stadium. And of course, as you know, out in Ethiopia, they'll come out. There was a little report I read just before the match where they said the price of the Ethiopian jerseys had shot up from $3 to about $10. And just about every 3 out of 5, the report was saying, were now wearing the Ethiopian jerseys, especially on match day. They're saying 4 out of 5 out in the streets of Addis Ababa were wearing the match jerseys. That was an interesting report, wondering if it is true. Of course, the Nigerians won't care much. All they'll want is for their side at least to hold on to the draw or push on and find a win in this first leg. For Ethiopia, they certainly had their proud moments. They certainly had their positive moments in that first half. They'll want to come out and make sure they make use of the second half. Now, quickly, time for predictions here. Let's have score lines here. John, I'll start with you.
Well, Nigeria 1, Ethiopia 0.
Neil.
I don't think I think it'll be close. I'm going siding with the draw. Siding with the draw.
Farouk?
I still think Nigeria, with the change of tactics, can edge this one.
Well, Neil, not quite as confident as he was yesterday, 24 hours ago. So let's see how it pans out then. It's Ethiopia against Nigeria.
Really good efforts on the end of their moves, but we'll see some in the second half. I'm pretty sure about that. So we're underway in the second half here at the Addis Ababa Stadium. It's a high altitude stadium, as I mentioned in the first half, 2,300 meters above sea level, so thin air, which could play in the hands of Ethiopia for the time being, especially in the dying 20 minutes when the lungs are getting tired, legs are getting tired. It's Nigeria, they're no walkover, that's for sure. The Super Eagles, they're the African champions, and they won the Africa Cup of Nations this year, so they will be looking to try and produce more winning exploits and hopefully take themselves all the way to Brazil for the World Cup for a fifth time, sorry. Wait a sec, how many times have they competed? Yeah, 4. First was in 1994, there's the cross that's coming in, and good back heel, that's wonderful play there. The ball fired in directly into the hands of Enyama from Butako. No threats there. 9 fouls to 7. And I'll put you in the picture regarding some of the statistics. Half-time statistics. 1 yellow card picked up by Tesfaye for the Ethiopian. 3 corners to 2 for Ethiopia. And 5 shots each, 1 on target for Ethiopia, 2 for Nigeria. Conditions ideal, 22 degrees, despite the thin air. So a header there from from Musa. Dibebe, the captain of this Ethiopian side, is doing getting rid of the danger. Another good header from the same man. Finally, they get rid of the ball. Ambrose at the back. And the ball does go out. It's going to be a throw-in for Nigeria. Showham unable to keep the ball in play. Goal kick then for Ethiopia, and much to the dislike of Emenike, claims that it came off the foot of Butako. Not the case, says the linesman. Pass back to Dibebe. It was Megasa. Bono with the clearance kick. bit scrappy at the start of the second half. We free kick for Ethiopia. Inside of the Nigerian half. Let's look at that challenge. Oh, he just clattered Bekele as he came down from that challenge. Stephen Keshi. Well, the words that he had with his team in half-time probably closed them down. Close them down as much as you can. Don't give them space. And stand on your man. Desperate clearance kick. It's going to be a throw-in for Nigeria, logically. Victor Moses. Played for England under 21s, under 19s, 18s, and then decided to change his nationality to play for Nigeria. Born in Lagos, but moved to England for political asylum reasons, and came up through the ranks at Crystal Palace. For the under-14 side, I think he scored 51 goals playing as a winger. Great talent. Now he applies his trade for Chelsea, but he's on loan at the moment with Liverpool, with Brendan Rodgers and co. Otherwise, he plays with John Obi Mikel. There's a handball offence there, and it's going to be a free kick for Ethiopia. 5 minutes in then, and well, it might turn into a bit of an arm wrestle now. We can just see that both teams have had a good talking to. It's not as expansive as we expected it to be in we saw it was in the first half. Maybe that will change as soon as we get a goal. Well cut out there at the back by Ambrose. Free kick going against Onazi. Claims that he touched the ball with his hand. Good slick passing. Oh, there was no understanding of what was going on there. It was a big mistake. And finally, ball just lofted over. Helu out to the right-hand side. Asefa. Asefa's got some Gurma. Now, can they get a shot in on target? It's getting a bit congested, isn't it? Oh, the 1-2. Trying to play the slick football. Sometimes just should try and test the goalkeeper. Wonderful to watch, don't get me wrong, but you want to see a shot at the end of it. Something that we didn't really see too much of in the first half. Just passing the ball to Amadi. Amadi just picking up Musa. Musa down this right side. Sorry, it's Emenike. Waiting for support. There it is. Good firm passing. Tesfaye. And the acrobatics there from Egwekwe. They win it back, Ethiopia. Well, there's a player who's just gone down. He seems to be okay. He'll be back up on his feet. Mikel gets the ball out wide to Musa. And there's a foul. It's going to be a free kick there for Nigeria. Just saw that I think it was Mikel who went down. No, sorry, Odu Amadi. Just a strong challenge. Just a bit of a nudge there from Megessa. That's all it needed for the referee to stop the game. A chance for Nigeria. They want to float in a free kick over to the far post, and they've taken it quickly. And it's a short free kick, and Mikel's effort there was just very lackluster. Not good at all. They can't faff around with the ball in their own half. They've got to be careful with that, Ethiopia. Oh, it's a good opportunity. It's a deflection. Oh, good play from Enyama. Doesn't he do well? Does extremely well, the Lille goalkeeper. Oh, it was unlucky. It was unlucky indeed. Thought he was going to slip through Bekele, but wasn't able to. Good play, good layoff. Now, can they get a shot in on goal? Oh, it just gets dispossessed. A little bit of a toe poke, that's all it took, and there's the foul on. It's going to be Mikel. Get penalised for that, and a yellow card as well. Well, it's a slap in the face for him. They can't afford to pick up the yellow cards. That's their second after Tesfaye, the right back. And Girma is the man responsible. A nice little stranglehold. A little bit of love between the two players. Good use of the field, excellent stuff. The ball comes out to Teshome. Teshome just slips the ball down the left side now to Bekele. The shot comes, oh, he was nearly caught off guard. Is that a goal? That's a goal! They've given the goal! He missed out, he didn't understand what was going on. It wasn't even a shot! Well, that is quite extraordinary. Well. How on earth? Honestly, I just can't get my head around what happened there. Because what was the goalkeeper thinking? Enyama's got bags of experience. He's 31 years of age, and he just didn't see the ball come over. And surely that's going to be awarded because, well, yes it is. He was taking his shirt off in celebration, but no one really understood what was happening there. Not even the fans. There was a delayed reaction. We can see it again. It's Asefa. Well, on this occasion, see, I don't even know if it went over the line. And Enyama's feet were behind the goal line. Well, on a day like this, there's a bit of a miss hit. Look at that, Enyama. And the celebrations are taking place in Addis Ababa from what has been quite a crazy effort and a goal. I honestly can't get my head around it. That was just unbelievable. We thought it was going to come from their Barcelona-esque style skills, or maybe a Nigerian goal from Moses or Mikel or maybe Emenike. Not the case. It comes from a fluffed cross from the left-hand side with an Enyama just miscalculated completely. Unbelievable stuff. So Asefa will take that. Any goal's good, I must admit. And he picks up a yellow card for his efforts, but the fans, well, they're jumping with joy now, and who can blame them? They're enjoying themselves. Keshi must be going, what on earth's going on? That's not real football. Well, I'm afraid it is, sir, because every goal counts, as I said. Now, they're on the attack once again, this Ethiopian side, and the game has just come to life. We had 10 minutes of strange transparency. We entered the twilight zone, but now we're back, and we can see that the fans have started to wake up. Well, maybe they needed something to trigger the reaction, and they got it from that very strange goal. Another cross coming in from this time, and there's the header, but this time Enyama, well, he's off his line, which I'm glad to say, and this time with safe hands. Onazi bringing the ball out to the left-hand side. There's Mikel looking for support. He has it through Emenike. Let's see what they can do here, Nigeria, how they respond. Well, there's the attempted pass, but it's Ethiopia. Hoof the ball upfield, why not? Looking for Said. It's not bad at all. But this time, Igwekwe comes to the rescue. Well, the referee goes down. Here we go. back up on his feet, not a problem. Oduamadi, sorry. And he just slips the ball back to Ambrose. Ambrose looking for support, looking for maybe a 1-2. And he's being held there by Teshome. He's got some support. Comes back to Ambrose. Ambrose, Oduamadi. Ball goes out. And Nigeria keep hold of possession. Half an hour remaining. Ethiopia have the lead. Wild celebrations are really reaching fever pitch now here at this Addis Ababa stadium as Ambrose takes the throw-in down his right side. A little bit of pushing and shoving between some of the players there. I think it's Mikel with Hilu. Sorry, Mugesa. The long throw-in. There's the header. Comes back to Ambrose. Oh, good challenge. Solid challenge. Two-footed challenge. Is that going to be a free kick or... well, maybe yes. And Teshome at fault there. No, it's going to be a throw-in, sorry. So another long throw. You need to be careful with these Ethiopia. They're very dangerous. The Super Eagles looking to try and get the ball towards the goalkeeper Tasso, but the clearance kick good enough. Nigeria need to react. Stephen Keshi, man in charge of this very talented squad indeed. And this time, Ambrose unable to get his cross in. Oh, that challenge was just impeccable, wasn't it? Now, what can they do? Counter-attack. They've got numbers now. Can they launch a very quick counter-attack? Looking for quick reaction. And this time it's Sefa. He's running out of space down there. Brings the ball back to Tesfaye. Cross comes in. It's not bad. Oh, he was going for the overhead there, wasn't he? It was all teed up for something extraordinary. And look, even on the bench, they're just laughing, going, if that had gone in, if he'd have made contact, then that would have been something special. Not the case. But they still have the lead. And the smiles on the faces of all of these Ethiopian fans, I can tell you, worth its weight in gold, I can tell you that. But there's another match, remember, Calabar, on the 16th of November. Cross comes in, no one at the far post, only Chiljili, the left back, in possession, enjoying this little phase of play, Ethiopia. Igwekwe with the header. Oh, great play. Wonderful skills. Oh, I love that. Nudged off the ball. That's okay, says the referee. Oh, good pass. This is Nigeria on the attack. What can they do here? It's a good chance for Mikel. Oh, the save from Tasu was extraordinary. Keshi was up on his feet, and Victor Moses should have done better. In a golden position there. He had a great opportunity. Just couldn't find his scoring boots. Ethiopia on the attack. The game's starting to open up now quite a lot. Oh, he's just been nudged off the ball. There's the foul. Yellow card, maybe. Well, it's Bona. Is he going to reach for his yellow card? That's the big question. He's in his top left-hand pocket there. And didn't think there was that much wrong with that. It was just probably a bit of a shoulder barge, bit of a nudge. And we have a change. So, coming on. Well, this man has been great. Adan Girma, and Okwiri comes on to replace him. And, well, Okwiri. Got a very dangerous free kick here. Very dangerous indeed. What can they do from this? It's about 30 odd meters out. Oh, it's another change as well. And then we have Odu Amadi, who's going to come off, and on comes Igiabo Nosakari. So 2 changes in the space of a few minutes. Well, Ukri plays for San George, 23 years of age. He's a forward, so they decided to put 3 players up front, Bekele, Said and Okwuri. Now, can they score a second from this? There's Said with the shot. Gets another chance, but this time, very poor effort indeed. Gets 2 bites at the apple. Some pretty supporters in the stands, and a very concentrated coach, Sonat Bishau. Good solid defending. Good play from Helu Tesfaye with the clearance. Start firing the ball deep into Nigerian territory. Love the intricate. Oh, it's a very strong challenge, that is, on Asefa. No yellow card though, that's fine. Just a little bit naughty from the new man, Igiabo. And chasing shadows there on that occasion. Through ball going through into the hands of Enyama. It's Mikel using his body to protect the ball very strongly. Good stuff. Well, Noza Igiabo plays for Real Betis, 22 years of age. He's got a lot of young players in this Nigerian squad. We go back to free kick. An offside flag went up, I believe. So Mikel's going to move into a more central position, I believe, and Igiabo's going out wide. And there's Victor Moses goes off, Brown a day, and Brown a day coming on to replace him. Another very strong player. Oh, there's a good goal there, and it's gone in. I can't believe it. Nigeria, just Emenike has just silenced the Ethiopians. Well, it came out of nowhere, didn't it? Extraordinary couple of changes in the team, and he was beaten. And Tasu, well, that's absolutely stunned the Addis Ababa stadium and all of the fans. But the Nigerians, well, they're floating, they're soaring high, aren't they? You can just see that again. Good intricate play, and look at that strike. Incredible. He should have done better, Tasu. He's been a pain in their backsides all night, Emenike. And look, it was a piece of individual brilliance that just came out of nowhere. And that's just restored parity. Emenike. And the Nigerians will be very happy with that. 2 goals in the second half so far. But it's they just got caught napping in defence. Plenty of time for more goals. Great strike there from the front man. He'll be very happy with that, indeed. Now, can they just take full advantage of this momentum that they have? Ball coming out wide now to Ambrose. And there's the challenge there at the back from Butako. Stephen Keshi's tactics working well, obviously. Taking a bit of time though. We're halfway through the second half. They win a corner. Needs to be on his guard here, Tasu. It's gone over right, too strong over the back, in fact, and it's going to go out for a throw-in. It's a wasted opportunity, wasted bit of possession there for Nigeria. Brownade plays for Dynamo Kiev in the Ukraine. A very strong player indeed. and one to watch out for as well. He's a forward. And he'll be upping the ante and trying to launch a full-on attack now, I can imagine. And who can blame him? On the attack down this left side. Today not able to link up with that, but Tasu does. Well, it's all been going as planned for Ethiopia until a few minutes ago. And Emenike just coming up trumps and really catching out that Ethiopian defence. They did Brownie Day, born in Lagos, played for Neuchâtel, Sochaux in France, Dynamo Kiev, and this will be his 20th cap for Nigeria. Part of that Africa Cup of Nations team that won the title at the start of the year. Good pass, and it's been blocked. Good stuff there from Butako, just thwarting the danger. Since they scored the goal, they look like a different side, don't they, the Nigerians? And Ethiopia, well, they've had the sting taken out of them following that effort. Well, there's a chance for Asefa. Asefa just squares the ball into the path of Megesha. Oh, good pass, excellent stuff. And unfortunately couldn't link that ball down, Okwiri. And they're on the attack once again. It's 5 against 5. And here we have Emenike. Emenike trying to link the ball through to Musa. He's offside. 20 minutes remaining of normal time. And everything to play for. Calabar, return leg, 16th November. Note it down in your diaries because that's going to be one interesting encounter. All of these matches will be frenetic encounters. Coming up just a little bit later on, we have another interesting clash as well, with Tunisia up against Cameroon. Samuel Eto'o making his return to the international fold. A cross comes in and it's been cancelled out there by the Nigerian defence. They've taken the sting out of this game. Bekele unable to challenge with the Igwekwe and Ubwabona. What's Sonet Bishau trying to organise here? It's a tactical game. It's turned into a real tactical encounter now. It's a question of really understanding the mind games just to implement the right tactics for the last 20 minutes. Good squaring the ball into the middle. Mikel just bringing the ball out wide to Ambrose. So Ambrose looking for support. Poor decision there. Didn't really understand each other on that occasion. Good strong header there from Ubwabona. But it's picked up by this man here, Asefa. Bullied and pushed off the ball. Throw in for Ethiopia. Keshi with more orders from the side of the pitch, as is his opposite number, Sonet Bisham. Right, change there is. This is the tactical change. So, Bekele's gone off, the front man, and come on Addis Hinissa to come on. Maybe he's going to change. It's a striker coming on for Ethiopia. It's exactly the same type of tactical change that was made by Stephen Keshi. Will it pay off for Ethiopia? Good ball out the right side now. Play on, says the... Oh, there's the cross comes in, and it's just too strong over the top from Asefa. Concerning times, isn't it, for Seonet Bisho? He doesn't want to go to Nigeria with this scoreline. It would be a very good scoreline for Keshi. Of course, that home advantage in Calabar in that big stadium, packed out with Nigerians. We know what kind of supporters they have. They're just as enthusiastic as the Ethiopians are, as we can see out there today. They've been silenced for the time being as we enter the last 15 minutes. Something's got to change for Ethiopia. They've brought on another front man. It isn't enough to guide them to victory. Nigeria on the attack once again. Good bit of 1-2. This is good play. Oh, this is out a penalty. Is he going to blow up? No, he hasn't. The referee hasn't signalled a penalty, and I thought he was bundled over, to be perfectly honest with you. But Musa on the charge, he went down. They still tried their best to try and get the ball. There's a good opportunity now at the other end. Said, well, he's onside. He hasn't got many players to help him. Well, that was a poor effort to try and pick out his teammates. And there's the foul. Collected there by Debebe, the captain. You want to get rid of that? Yes, you do, sir. And of course he does indeed. They've just, there's not as much urgency as there was in the first half from the Ethiopian players. I can understand that it's very difficult out there. 76 minutes of running around in this. Oh, there's a great chance for Nigeria! Oh, it comes off the post! It was a great effort from Musa, and the Ethiopian fans holding their heads in their hands. And Keshi was just like going, that would have been great if we'd have scored that. Very unlucky indeed. Wonderful effort and a good shot. And it just ricocheted off the right post. Oh, that would have been a killer blow for Ethiopia. But as it stands, they're still in it, but they're losing their punch, aren't they? And there's not going to be any kind of a penalty there as Erin Ike goes down. Players down, injured, I believe, so that's why the ball was kicked out of the touch. Nigeria looking dangerous, looking very dangerous. Well, is this too much for Ethiopia? Good ball from Mikel. The shot was good as well. And Tassu. God, that was a firm strike, wasn't it? On the half volley. Beautiful effort, but not good enough to find the back of the net. 1-1 it stands. Well, Burkina Faso have the lead after their first leg. Just to put you in the picture regarding the other matches, 3-2. They lead Algeria after a very entertaining game in Ouagadougou on Saturday, and the Ivory Coast have a 3-1 lead over Senegal. Well, is this a fair scoreline? Well, I don't think the Ethiopians believe that it's a fair scoreline. I think that they want victory. They know that it's going to be tough to go down to the Eagle's Nest down in Calabar for the return leg in November. They know how treacherous it's going to be. But they've done it extremely well, Nigeria, just to stall and reduce the damage. But have they done enough? Oh, it's a nice little chip over the top, but Enyama just saw it, just dived on it. And the Lille goalkeeper doing enough. It's well read by the 31-year-old. He's losing possession again. Some of these players look very tired indeed. 10 minutes remaining. Such an important clash. Cross comes in. Oh, it's not a bad one. It's going to go off for a corner. And Ethiopia still have their chances. 10 minutes on the clock remaining. Maybe a few minutes of added time as it stands. And just running over there to take it. Taco. How many players are up? Trying to cause a nuisance in the penalty area. There was a good opportunity there. It was the Teshome who tried to produce a flashing header at the front post. Ball goes out for another corner. Good movement from the Ethiopians. Here it is again, another chance. Oh, it's just gone flying past and out of play. It's the Hintsa, the youngster. Plays his football for Dedebit. No, for Al-Ashil Shendi, in fact. As they go on the attack again, IDA gets the ball out to Ambrose. Oh, it's a good cross, in fact. But on this occasion, great defensive skills. Look how wonderfully works that is. They understand each other really well. And just bring the ball over to the right-hand side. Calm and collected. We love it. 81 minutes in. Time running out for both teams. Just to get that advantage. Squaring the ball nicely. Well, I don't really know what he was trying to do there, but under pressure, just getting rid of the ball wildly. Obabona. So I think it was Ambrose, in fact, but we're under pressure. It's a good little bit of a good spell for Ethiopia. It's another pass into the penalty area. Oh, it was a rasping effort from Hintsa. They get the ball back. Whoa. Still in possession, still passing the ball around, still trying to find a way through. They need to be careful with the counter-attack. You can see that Nigeria are just waiting, but they can't get a hold of the ball. How many tired legs are out there? Well, I can imagine 44. Still Ethiopia. Oh, it's a great piece of play that is. Now what can they do with this? The ball coming in. Oh, and it's cleared by the centre back Obabona. Golden opportunity for Said. He just took too long to try and swivel and test the goalkeeper Enyama. And Igwekwe goes down as well. Let's have a look at that again. The skills there, beautifully played. The cross comes in, one touch. Well, maybe should have tried to test the goalkeeper. Teshome getting that cross in. Just picked him out beautifully. I think it's going to be a goal kick. Oh, Hintsa picks up a yellow card. 3 yellow cards for Ethiopia. Tesfaye, Sefer, and now Hintsa. Need to be disciplined. They don't want to be hit by a string of suspensions or players just missing matches in the second playoff. That would be a cruel blow for this very courageous Ethiopian team. Clearance wasn't very good there. It's picked up by Musa. Musa gets a good pass in, but strong defending there and man marking there from Tesfaye, picking up Mikel. And Ethiopia launch another attack. Good play. Hinsa. Still got a lot of running in here. It's a good opportunity. Hinsa should have nailed that. That was a beautiful cross coming in from the right. And the substitute should have at least connected to Testenyama. He would have beaten him if he would have connected. There's no doubt about that. Just picked up a yellow card. Could have been a hero at the same time. And the goal kick from Enyama. Headed back to Tasu. Helu linking up with Girma. Sorry, Okwiri. Still in possession, Ethiopia. Rasping effort. Not a good one. Just screwed it over to the left-hand side. Is Okwiri the substitute? One of the 3 substitutes who have come on. 2, sorry. And worrying moments, I think. Sonet Bishow. It's not a bad scoreline for the Ethiopian coach, but I'm sure that it's better than obviously a defeat, because that would have been a mountain to climb. This leaves it all square, but the home advantage really is key. You've got to take advantage of it. And the ball goes out. Wild pass there, just unable to keep in play Asefa. Nigeria looking for the winner. Of course, this is a 2-legged affair, so this is only a few minutes away from the half-time score, if you like, before the return leg in Calabar. Well, that was a wild through ball. Said was in no way in position to go and collect that. Ambrose picks it up for Nigeria down this right side. It's a good operation for the Super Eagles, the African champions. Can't really say that they had an amazing campaign through the group stage. They dropped points against average opponents. Finishing top of Group F with 12 points, just 1 point ahead of Congo. Ethiopia excelled. Good play there from Ubabona, just coming up and standing strong, doing what he does best, defending. Ethiopia still seeking their first. Oh, it's a good pass. Oh, he's just lost his balance at the front there, I think, Said. Nigeria will just be happy just to defend now, just to prevent any more damage. Whereas Ethiopia will be looking for the advantage here. They can go to Nigeria with a 2-1 lead, and they are very much still in competition and still in with a chance of qualifying for their first ever World Cup. Super Eagles will appreciate a 1-1 scoreline, of course, if they can get another one. Oh, that's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a penalty. They've been awarded a penalty. Dragged him down, and that is going to be a yellow card, and it's the captain, Debebe, who just tugged on his shirt and it's a blatant penalty. I think that we can see that Emenike in the thick of it once again, and incredible. And Halu picks up the yellow on this occasion, their 5th yellow. It's a lack of discipline on this in the last couple of minutes. That's a massive blow for Saunet Bisho and this Ethiopian team. Now, can Nigeria produce a second goal here in the final minute of normal time? Just a moment of madness. He was watching the player, not looking at the ball. That's a wrong thing to do. And Emenike will step up for the penalty, up against Tasu. Oh, there it is. Nigeria score the second goal, 2-1. It's a fine operation for Stephen Keshi, and the Nigerians must feel all alone here in Addis Ababa, but they've got smiles on their faces because this is a fantastic operation for them. A cruel blow for Ethiopia. We can see it again. Well, there it was. It was pretty blatant, wasn't it? Good running there from Emenike. But I'm afraid that Halu should have kept his eye on the ball, and he just took the goalkeeper the wrong way with the spot kick. Very cool, very slick indeed. And 2 goals for Emenike, who's been the star player this afternoon in Addis Ababa, but really rough on the home side. Really rough indeed. Do they deserve that? Well, they've had their opportunities. See if there's a couple of minutes of added time. Don't think that there's that much. Ethiopia launching another attack. Here's Butako. Excellent play there from Teshon. Gets a good cross in. So there's a clearance header, and it's a very solid one indeed. It's going to be a throw in for Ethiopia. They want to take it as quickly as possible. Butako. Megasa brings the ball out wide. They need to try and get a couple of crosses in, at least. Still running as much as they can. Oh, they just want to clear that, clear the danger. 2-1 for Nigeria. The Ethiopian coach watches on, because it shouldn't really be that scoreline, he's probably thinking. But the Nigerians, they've been ever present, they've waited, they've been calm and collected, and they've seen their opportunities and they've exploited it. But we've also got to look at the goal that was scored by Ethiopia. It was very, very lucky indeed. Sefa with a cross that went over the line. It wasn't even a shot. Enyama was off his line. Oh, and there was a good opportunity there. It was Hinsa who tried to get the pass across to Said, but he didn't strike it very well. Saunet Bisho. Going through the thought process now. How to beat the Super Eagles, how to beat Nigeria on Nigerian soil. Well, they played in the group stage of the Africa Cup of Nations, and they played out a 1-1. It was 0-0 until Victor Moses scored 2 penalties. And once again, they haven't been played off the field, Ethiopia. They've showed that they've got some talent here, and they look very strong. But they also need to know how to beat some of the big teams on the big stage. And for the moment, they haven't really managed to do that. Full credit to them, and full credit. You can see the fans are already leaving the Addis Ababa Stadium. Well, it's harsh, isn't it, for the home fans, but at the same time, they come up against a team who've played in 4 World Cups and who are bidding to try and compete in the 5th. The Super Eagles of Nigeria. they're the ones who'll be dancing tonight. The whole nation will be celebrating a key, crucial win against Ethiopia away. The return match being played on the 16th of November in Calabar. Excellent play there from Butako. Needs support, hasn't really got it. Tries the back heel, but there's no one there. Now Nigeria looking for a third goal. That would be a massive blow. They're still, of course, in it. And the ball kept in. Very well done there from Tasu. We're into the 5th minute of added time. It's not going to go on for too long now. There's the final whistle, and 2-1 it is for Nigeria. And Stephen Kashi and the technical staff celebrating. That is a massive win for Nigeria, and a severe blow for Saunet Bishau, the coach of this Ethiopian team. They thought they could get the advantage. High altitude here in Addis Ababa, with all of the talented players they've got after a wonderful campaign, but it's not finished yet, and I think that that's the message. How to beat Nigeria away from home on Nigerian soil. That's what it's all about. Janobi Mikel played a key and talismanic role in midfield, but it was Emenike who scored 2 goals this afternoon in the Ethiopian capital, and he thoroughly deserves his glory, because that was a wonderful performance from him. His first goal was a beauty, 57 minutes, and then the second in the 90th minute. It's harsh for Ethiopia, but it's the way football runs sometimes. And Nigeria can celebrate, but it's not finished yet. As I said, the 16th November, the second leg in Calabar. Hope you've enjoyed it. And there's more football coming up as Tunisia take on Cameroon in the 4th clash of 5 to see who gets the advantage, or in the first legs of these World Cup playoff matches, as 5 teams, 5 nations qualify for Brazil next year. Nigeria enjoying their moment and enjoying a little prayer just to appreciate what they've actually achieved here. It's a great win for them, and fair play to the Ethiopian fans applauding the Nigerians and the Ethiopian players. It's not over yet, but the Nigerian fans obviously slightly more happier than the Ethiopians. Have a great evening wherever you are, and I hope you've enjoyed this football match. More coming up in a couple of hours' time. It's Tunisia against Cameroon. A fantastic confrontation. 2-1 the final score. Emenike scoring twice after Asefa scored the opener. Thank you very much for watching. Have a very good night from me, Robbie Knock. We'll be back a little bit later on. Tunisia, Cameroon. Bye-bye.
It is the lowest scoring game so far of this third round of the World Cup qualifiers from the CAF zone, but 3 goals scored means it's still a very healthy goal scoring average we have seen so far in these in this qualifying round. Then for Nigerian supporters, they'll be sitting back thinking there's a reason why Nigeria are the champions of Africa. They certainly showed a